If you go to alanstock.com, you'll see a great page that Kevin Richards and the folks at Ventura Web Design designed. And you know what? He's with us right now with Tech News. Kevin Richards. Kevin, good morning.
Hey, Alan. Good morning. How are you?
I am doing great. So, okay, I know you want to talk about, I get real quickly, let's get into everything. Let's start out with iOS 8, because I know that Serena did it. Oh, didn't you do it yet? She said. I said no. And Rob downloaded it, and you wrote to me, oh, did you do it yet? Would you do it yet? No, I haven't, because I was afraid of having problems like I did last time I did one of these downloading things. So you did it. How's it working out?
Oh, it's wonderful. I absolutely love it. It's great technology. You know, earlier I heard you talking about cranberry with cranberry vodka with some cran apple in it.
Well, it was vodka, and then instead of the cranberry, they had cranberry apple like they had in the plane. That was.
But isn't anything with apple in it that much better?
Oh gosh, bada bum, bada bing. I just want to know. I mean, what does this new iOS 8 do? I mean, why should I download? I'm happy where I'm at. I'm content.
Well, you know, you may think you're happy now, but I think you'll really realize what happiness is once you download iOS 8. So it's got a bunch of new cool features, and the neat thing is you don't even know all the neat features. You have to go out there and kind of find them. So a lot of the complaints have been about the battery usage on the current iPhone, so they added in a way for you to check your battery app usage. You can see which apps are sucking up your battery life, where you're spending your time. For example, if your home and lock screen is constantly on, it's sucking up a bunch of your juice. So you can see that, and then you can change the amount of time that your phone will wait between when you've stopped using it and when it goes kind of into sleep mode.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got some good data, real analytics there to help you maximize battery life and quit complaining. Then you've got the real-time talk-to-type. So Siri has just gotten so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can talk to Siri, and it will show you what you're saying as you're saying it. Now, certainly it does take a little bit of, a quarter of a second to think it through and make sure it knows what you're saying. But now here's something that I know you won't like. You can now say, hey, Siri, and wake up your phone.
Really?
So it means that Apple's constantly listening to you, right?
Well, it does.
So the way it works is, first of all, it's permission-based. And unlike Facebook, they didn't default it to on. It is defaulted to off. So your privacy is their key concern. I don't know if you've noticed that lately, but privacy is very much a big selling point with both Apple and Google.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
They're talking about it, and they have actually been making some movement in the privacy way. So we can talk about that again another week, because this is Apple Tech News Week, right? So Hey Siri is how you wake up your phone, but it has to be turned on first, and you also have to have it plugged in. So that can work really well if you're in your car. You've got it plugged into a power source.
Right.
So, and I think Apple was pretty smart with this. They didn't want you using this feature and draining your battery life and having everybody complain that their battery life was going down. So they made it so it only works when you're plugged into a power source.
Okay, real good. Now, you sent me something yesterday where you talked on a message. Is this because you have iOS 8?
That's exactly why I did it. I wanted you to check it out. It's pretty cool. So what you do is you go to your messages area, and now you've got a little icon. You just touch the button, and suddenly it's recording you. And instead of me sending just a boring old text, now you get to hear my wonderful, fabulous voice just by clicking a button on your iPhone.
All right, let me ask you something. Is it a limit on that or not? Like time or what?
I didn't hold it. I didn't try that. I don't know. I didn't hold it very long. The messages I sent were short.
The other thing I want to ask is on Facebook now, to do messaging, you have to go to a new message source, which I understand they're always able to check on you and poke in your, see what's going on at their will. There's a privacy issue connected with that. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
I am, and that's in regards to the Facebook Messenger. It's just a separate app that Facebook is got people installing.
Now, this has got nothing to do with the Apple message, though.
No, completely different.
Okay.
Apple uses iMessage. Facebook uses Messenger. So two totally different animals there.
All right. Do you have? Did you change the new Messenger, by the way?
Yeah, I downloaded the Facebook Messenger. I mean, certainly I'm going to try it out and use it. I don't necessarily like it because it's from a usability standpoint, but I don't really have a problem with the privacy settings. I mean, the fact that it has access to your microphone, the fact that it has access to features of your phone, That's just how it's supposed to work. I mean, you have to give apps access to things if you expect those apps to do cool stuff.
All right. So you do recommend the iOS 8. It was easy to download, you say, and also it's definitely enhances your experience.
Well, there was a lot of complaining. I actually got in there and got an early download, so I didn't have any problems at all. But once everybody kind of woke up across the nation and started pushing the download button themselves, then the download times really started to extend, and I heard as much as 5 hours it took to download the software. The other complaint was that they didn't have enough space on their phone to be able to let the install work. And that's another topic you and I can go over is proper care and usage of your phone when it comes to photos and videos.
I'm talking with Kevin Richards with our tech news. And real quickly, I want to get to the Apple Pay and Apple Watch, but time-lapse photos on the iOS 8, what's that about?
It's quite cool. You can set up your phone to basically be sitting on a shelf somewhere, and it can record you as you're going about your day. I actually did it yesterday. I set it up, and then I posted it up to my Facebook, and you got to see me looking at the screen. My eyes were batting all around the screen because it's sped up a lot, and it's just kind of cool. It's a new feature. It's fun, and it's always a neat way to share things with others.
All right, quickly, I've got to ask you this. iOS 8, is it same and good for an iPad as well as an iMac?
Yeah, you're going to want to download that for your iPad, and then Yosemite's coming out in mid-October. So, yes, and you're going to want to download this to your iPhone and your iPad because there's going to be some new features coming out that will also interact with your Mac. So a lot of cool things there. Definitely back up your phone first, certainly, and then go ahead and start downloading.
All right, so back up the phone first?
Definitely back up your phone first. You always want to back things up before you do.
How do you back the phone up? I'm serious. I don't, tell me.
You back it up to your Mac. You use iTunes, and there's a way to sync your phone, and you can also do it to iCloud. Remember that, and you just back it up.
All right, there. I'm working on it. I'll get on that right. But we don't have to worry about the iMac right now. Somebody will take care of that coming up in October. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, we'll talk about that down the road. Apple Pay. Tell me about Apple Pay and Apple Watch.
Apple Pay is I'll do Watch first. It's a little easier. Basically, Apple's gotten smart. They've interacted with some fashion designers, and the Apple Watch is going to look good. It's going to appeal to multiple people. Apple is always very smart about not necessarily being first always to market, but being best to market. So the Apple Watch is going to be a really nice computer that you wear on your wrist, and they're really smart over there at Apple. They're coming out with this huge phone that you're not going to want to take out of your pocket. You're going to want to leave it right in your pocket, and so then they're going to come out with a watch right after that so that you then can leave it in your pocket and do everything you need to do from your wrist. So then that ties right into Apple Pay. So I don't know if you've ever gone to Starbucks where you can use your iPhone or even your Android devices and you can pay for things. You don't need a credit card anymore. You just need the Starbucks gift card and you can scan it right there at the point of sale. Well, Apple's kind of taken this one step further, and now with your new iPhone device, the one that has Touch ID on it where it can scan your fingerprint and know that it's you, it's going to now have the ability to make payments, but those payments will be taken off your normal credit card. So all that information is stored in what's called a secure element. So that's a special chip that's on your phone. And the summary of all this is that this is going to be probably the most secure way you can pay moving forward. The cashier is never going to see your name. They're not going to see your card number. They're not going to be bugging you for your ID. They're not going to be asking you for the security code on the card. It's even going to be better than this. You're not going to, when you go to a restaurant, you're not going to have to give your credit card away and then hope that it's not being copied in the back room while you're sitting at your table trying to enjoy your dinner. You're going to be able to pay for your nice dinner using an app called Open Table.
All right, so this is an Apple Pay. Is this only for the Apple Watch, or is this going to be available for the iPhone?
This is definitely on the iPhone, and it's going to be available, and it's one of the biggest reasons that I would encourage everybody to get on the Apple bandwagon at this point. Okay,
to get onto Apple Pay, what do you go to the Apple Store?
It's just part of the device, part of the OS. As soon as they get it rolled out so that it's in enough retailers, Macy's has already agreed they're going to be doing it at all their stores. Walgreens, Disney, Disneyland, Subway, Petco, Staples, and so many more retailers are going to do it. Target is a big one also.
All right. So first thing you do, download iOS 8, and then automatically the Apple Pay will be there, right?
Well, if you're one of those people who's kind of crazy and standing in line right now, your new phone's going to have it right on there already.
Yeah.
And what you can do, another cool thing you can do is it'll actually, the way you get your credit card into the system is you take a picture of the credit card, and then the phone automatically pulls the phone number or pulls the credit card number off, pulls the expiration date, and all the information that it needs just by a picture. How cool is that?
And that is with the new Apple Pay, which is part of iOS 8.
Exactly, and it's awesome. It's really a huge game changer. I mean, if Apple can get their hands in this big payments pie, they're going to be doing really well.
All right, I'll figure it all out. If not, I'll come down to Ventura Web Design and let Kevin Richards help me out with it because you do what you do best. Kevin Richards with Ventura Web Design. Matter of fact, the owner-CEO, they did a great job with AlanStock.com. They'll do a great job for you if you're a small business or any kind of business. You want a great web page, check out mine at AlanStock.com. They did a terrific job. And Kevin is with us each and every week with tech news. So, Kevin, thanks so much for being with us. I appreciate it. I will let you know not only if I do this with iOS 8, but I will send you a message back, a voice message, and you'll know that I got it done successfully.
That's great. I'll be looking forward to it. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Take good care. Kevin Richards with Ventura Web Design right here at Newstalk 720 KDW. And by the way, go to AlanStock.com on the right-hand side of the page. You'll see the Ventura Web Design logo. Click on to that, and you'll get in touch with Kevin.